One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars at LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Oklahoma State's offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Bounced off his feet. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Under fire. He'll throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Cougars' offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Got it behind the line. It's Mayer.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Touch pass on the right. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires left. He's got it. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, BYU! The offense cashing it in on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man on the right. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've reached the break. BYU is on top, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. They'll give it to the back. Makes a man miss. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. He's got it and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. About to have the ninth snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, third and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Dead center perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense, forcing it with the assist from the weather.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. And he's already put one 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They go to the ground. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Offense working from the pistol. They'll ride the hot hand. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Lost the defense, he's wide open. He'll work his way down to the 28. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll try to pop the draw. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cowboys!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running back searching for a hole. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. He'll pull it on the read. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Rushes on him. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Stockton. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Pocket bringing down. Here's a heat. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our broadcast team inside Lavelle Edwards Stadium.
The Cowboys will kick it off to start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Jukes his way for more. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The inside handoff. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Cowboys have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. Makes one man miss. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Cowboys kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. Turning it on! They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. The Cowboys pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up, first drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
14, BYU, 13.
On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Quick release on the RPO. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. It's a reverse. Running into the open space. The defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. The Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give on the option.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And BYU will get the 1st down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Sweet cut there. Now the connection takes it to the 11. BYU with the 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gives it to the back on the draw. Touchdown, BYU! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punching in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll line up to go for 2. Back to throw, it's Stockton. can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Mayer. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Looking for space. It's Willis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll try the run. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. The run from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. Hands it off. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And the Cowboys will punt this one away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. The Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide open downfield. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Right back to him on the ground. Still running at the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. And the Cowboys moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They'll run it. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He's looking to throw. Incomplete on the 2-point try. They tried to push this lead out to a field goal. They'll have to settle for holding a 1-point lead. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Grabs it in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's got it. Knocked off his feet. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. They'll give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Good, right down the boulevard. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep chopping out there.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Nice move there. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Now they'll run the draw. Fights off a defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. To the air on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. On the move, at the 30. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, BYU.
Wants to throw and not much time to work with. Here comes the heat. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the